For the first task of the writing section of Ielts, you're required to produce a short summary based on data from graphs, pie charts, diagrams, or maps. You're expected to spend about 20 minutes on this. Your topic is as follows. The graph below shows the proportion of the population aged 55 and over between 1960 and 2060 in 3 different countries. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. You should write at least 150 words. Now let's look at the graph. You should spend about 1 minute carefully observing the graph and making notes. Notice the increase in the aging population in China. There are some points to consider before writing. It is very important to read the graph carefully. You should notice that it starts recording the population of 3 different countries from 1960. So the first part of your description of the graph must be written in a past tense. However, the graph goes on to predict a future trend until the year 2060. Therefore, your tenses should reflect this prediction. So, use future tenses. Let's move on with the analysis of the data. Looking at these lines, which represent the aging population in Switzerland and the UK, it is easy to see that they follow the same pattern. Such similarities will help you organize your summary and make successful comparisons. On the other hand, looking at the dashed line representing the aging population in China, it is obvious that it follows a trend that is the reverse of the other 2 lines. This will help you make any necessary contrasts. The next step is to learn how to talk about the lines. It is very important to know the vocabulary so as to describe the trends accurately. The trend represented by the red line can be described as a slight increase or rise, a minor increase or rise, or a moderate increase or rise. This change indicated by the blue line can be characterized as a considerable increase or rise, a noticeable increase or rise, or a significant increase or rise. It is also important to look at the vertical axis and show how much the population increased with analogy, for example 1/3, or percentage, for example the figure rose to 30%. Appropriate vocabulary for this part of the line would be to level out, to maintain the same level, to remain steady, stable, or constant. For this part of the line, suitable vocabulary would be to skyrocket, to soar, or there is a dramatic, sharp, or steep increase. Also, some of the phrases you could use to show prediction are it is expected, it is predicted, it is estimated, it is believed. As for the format, in the first paragraph, explain what the graph shows. In the second paragraph, interpret the data in terms of different time periods. Start with 1960 and go on to the year when a considerable change took place, in this case 2010. Use past tenses. In the third paragraph, focus on possible future developments. Use future tenses. Now you can start writing task 1.